almost did it again, guys. All right, let's get going. I'm going to drop one more time the link to the Pear Deck. I gotta get these two people in. Want to drop it? All right, if your camera works, please turn it on. Make sure that everyone is logged into the Pear Deck. I'm gonna get it started here. All right, so we have 19 students in class, only 15 in the Pear Deck. I want you to get there as quickly as possible. All right, we are going to get started right now. Once you get in, Victoria. Once you get into the Pear Deck, the join code is right up here in the top right-hand corner. All right, so what you're gonna need for class today is a writing utensil and a notebook. If you don't have your digital copy of your vocab log, can someone drop that link one more time for Cedric? I think we should be good. All right, look at our IB Unit 1 Habits of Character. Today we are going to focus a lot on our communication skills. We're going to talk a lot about figurative language and communication. So I want you to take 1 minute, 30 seconds. And I want you to write, give me two components of a narrative story, a narrative or a story. What are two of the main components of a narrative? Go ahead and take 1 minute, 30 seconds, type it into the Pear Deck, please. You've got 1 minute, and I've got 10 people, 11 people who have not responded. See where we are with the time. Got 13 seconds, and I got 5 non-responders. Let's see. Plot, characters. Character, setting. Plot, point of view. Plot, setting. Good job, good job. Now I want you to answer this true or false question. Take 1 minute. Figurative language, words or phrases that mean exactly what they say. Is that true or false? Go ahead and let me know. Everyone can respond, true or false. I got 9 non-responders. Gonna start calling you out in a minute. Got 23 seconds. We got 7 true, 9 false. You still got time. The 3 of you who have not responded, you still have time to cast your vote. All right. So, if you are not sure, we are going to answer this question today in class. All right, so I got a bunch of stuff going on down here. All right, so here are our learning targets. KJ, will you read our first learning target for the class, please?
I can determine the meaning and impact of figurative language.
Ooh, we made it. Yes, you can determine the meaning and the impact of figurative language. Awesome. Thank you so much, KJ. Let me see. Adiel, will you read the second learning target for the class, please?
I can plan the plot of my narrative to give us
Thank you so much. Yes, I can plan the plot of my narrative to mirror the story of a lost boy or a lost girl of Sudan. So we're going to cover figurative language and plot today. Let's look at our agenda. We just finished our welcome and do now. We are going into our synchronous time. Got a couple of vocab words, and then we're going to dive head first into figurative language. We are then going to give you some time to plan your plot. All right, go ahead, take 30 seconds to get your vocab log. Once you have it, type here or got it in the chat, please. Thank you so much to those of you who are following instructions. You got 10 seconds. All right, that's time. We are going to move forward. All right, the first term you're going to add to your vocab log is mirror. It is an academic term. Alana, can you read the definition of mirror for the class, please? I think we got an issue. Lanaya, will you read the definition of mirror for the class, please? Thank you very much. When you mirror something, you use or follow it as a model. Go ahead and take 30 seconds to add this to your vocab logs. All right, that is time. Next term you're going to add to your vocab log is plot. Victoria, will you read the definition of plot for the class, please?
The story or sequence of events in a narrative.
Right. The plot is simply your story or the sequence of events in a narrative. Go ahead and take 1 minute to add that to your vocab log, please. Got 30 seconds. 10 seconds. All right, let's keep it going. All right, we're going to come back to this because I want to get into the figurative language. So because today we're talking about figurative language, I think we need to go ahead and define it. We need to know what it is. So I've got a short video we're going to watch. Pay very, very, very close attention. All right, we're going to talk about it a little bit when it's finished.
Today, we are talking about figurative versus literal language. So, what is figurative language, you ask? Figurative language is when you use a word that does not have its normal, everyday, literal meaning. Here are some examples of figurative language. First, it's raining cats and dogs. You might think it looks something like this, but actually, it's just raining really hard. Another example is it's 1,000 degrees outside. No, we're not on a scorched planet. It's just really hot. There are different types of figurative language. These include similes, metaphors, hyperboles, personification, alliteration, idiom, and onomatopoeia. Don't worry about memorizing all those right now. We're going to learn more about that later. Okay, so what is literal language? Well, literal language means exactly what it says and nothing more. Now for some examples of literal language. First, it is raining hard. Literally means it is raining really hard. The second one, it is a warm day. You notice it says exactly what it means. Now let's decide, is it figurative or literal? The ice cream was calling my name. What do you think? Can ice cream really call your name? No, that makes it figurative. I wanted to eat the ice cream. That's the literal one. Now you know the difference between figurative language and literal language.
All right. I hope everyone was paying attention. Right. First thing I want you to do before we go deeper into figurative language, take 30 seconds, go into assignments on Canvas and open up Nazarine's Secret School Language Dive Note Catcher. Once you have it, type here or got it in the chat.
Where is it?
It's under assignments on Canvas.
My word.
Make sure your mic, I'm sorry. If you go into assignments on Canvas, it's right there. I want to say it's the second or third one.
See it.
Are you in modules or assignments?
Assignments.
Look at there, it's number 2. Do you see that?
Yeah.
All right. All right, let's keep going. All right, so what is figurative language? Figurative language is when you say one thing but mean another. Figurative language is used to paint a picture, to create images in your readers' brains. So now I want you guys to take 1 minute, 30 seconds. Give me an example of figurative language. One that you did not see in the video. One that you, thank you. Not one that was in the video, Alana. That's a good one, Kareem. KJ. I got 13 people not participating. Quavon, Sierra. Thank you, Jaden. Thank you, Indica. Abdiel, Trasman. Zamia, your voice is important. We need to hear your thoughts, see your thoughts. Thank you, Max. Daylene, Sierra, Trasman, CJ, Patience, Lanaya. That is time. I'm going to give you 30 seconds because I still have 7 people that did not respond. I need to hear what everybody's thinking.
Typing it.
Are you typing it in the Pear Deck?
Yes.
All right. I need an example, Lanaya, please. An example. Well, I get it, Abdil. Okay, that's a good one. So I'm going to show your responses. Show your classmates. Can you guys do me a favor and stay muted? Can you raise your Zoom hand when you have something to say? Smells like a dumpster in here. That is an example of a simile. That's a good one. I am dying laughing. Also a good one. Idiom. Somebody took what I said literally and gave me a literal example of figurative language. Time to hit the hay. That is an awesome one. Dead man walking. We know that dead men don't walk. That is great literal or figurative language. It was like the dog was talking. Figurative language. We know the dog wasn't talking, but he communicated so well in his arf that it was like he was talking. The leaves were dancing. All of these are great examples of figurative language. Now I want you to get your note catcher out, the language dive. We're going to explore the impact of figurative language by analyzing a sentence from Nazarene's Secret School. So before we go into this, I need someone, a risk taker, to either come off mute or drop in the chat. Give me a gist, just a brief 1 to 2 sentence summary of what happened in Nazarene's Secret School. Just give me a brief summary. So I'm going to say this about the chat, you guys. The chat should only be used for class use. There should not be side chatter. And I should not have to tell you guys that. This is the only class that I have to tell this to every day. If you have a question, raise your Zoom hand and I can answer your question. That's a pretty good example. That's a pretty good gist. Girls were not supposed to go to school. There was a secret one that Nazarene went to. Who has a little bit more background about Nazarene? What happened to Nazarene? You got 15 seconds. Alana, can you hear me? Does your mic work? What happened to Nazarene? She made new friends at the school. How did she end up going to the school, Anita? How did Nazarene end up going to the school? Thank you, Christopher. Thank you. Thank you. All right, we know that Nazarene's parents are gone. The soldiers took her dad. Her mom went to look for him. She's really sad. She didn't speak for weeks, months even. And her grandmother puts her in a secret school that she heard about, right? And now she can see blue sky beyond those dark clouds. Take 1 minute. Tell me what you think that means. Type it in the Pear Deck. I see some really cool responses coming out here. I got 11 non-responders. I have 8 non-responders. Got 19 seconds. Everyone's voice needs to be heard. Remember, this is figurative language. We are dealing with figurative language. All right, I'm going to start showing your responses. That is time. Her day brightened up and got better. She's happy instead of being sad. There's always something good to happen. She's happy. She's no longer sad. And she's talking. This is true. Let's see. She's happy. She's happy. Good things are happening instead of bad things. She can be happy and smile. All of these are really amazing responses. Now we're going to just break this down a little bit. Now keep your note catcher handy, because you're going to analyze this sentence in that box on your own, and then you're going to come up with your own figurative language. So the sentence says, now she can see blue sky beyond those dark clouds. Somebody come off mute. Tell me, what does the term she refers to? Who is her? Who is the girl? What is the girl's name? Nazreen. Thank you very much, CJ. So we know that she is speaking of Nazreen. So now Nazreen can see blue sky beyond those dark clouds, right? So what can Nazreen see? What can she literally see? Not figuratively. Okay, while I'm talking, you guys, someone tell me, what can Nazreen see? You can type it in the chat or raise your hand. In this sentence, now Nazreen can see blue sky beyond those dark clouds. I see a lot of responses. I see a dark sky, black and blue clouds, the people. Okay. So now let's look at the term. Let's look at the term now. Why did the author put the term now there? What does that mean? What does that tell you? Absolutely. So Christopher says now means before she did it, or there's a time. Some time has passed, right? There was something before, but now there's something else. That's awesome. That's absolutely right. Now it says she can see blue sky beyond the dark clouds. Let me ask you a question. Drop this in the chat, yes or no. Does the author mean that Nazreen can literally see blue skies and dark clouds? Yes or no? 30 seconds. I see some no's. No, 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 no. No, no, no. Awesome, awesome, awesome. No. This is right. No, this is not literal. This is not literal. First of all, is there in the classroom, is there a window in her classroom? Do you guys remember? No, that's right. That's right. That's right. So let's go to the next one. So it says now she can see blue sky beyond those dark clouds. Somebody come off mute. Tell me, what does beyond mean?
After.
I'm sorry, can you repeat that for me, CJ?
After like further behind or something.
Thank you. That's great. So when you see beyond something, you see further, right? You see it's afar off, more distance. Absolutely. So now she can see beyond the dark clouds. She can see blue sky in the distance. So let me ask you a question. What happens if we replace beyond with the phrase instead of? Go ahead and type that in the deck. what would happen if we used instead of in place of beyond? Got 35 seconds. I got 10 non-responders. And it looks to be the same non-responders that there. Zamia, Brianna, Cedric, Lanaya, Jaden, Trasman, Sierra, thank you, Patience. Daylene. Thank you, Lanaya. You got 6 seconds for your voice to be heard. So someone says it would not be figurative language. Is that true? So she doesn't see black clouds anymore. She would only see blue. This is right. He moved on from being sad and quiet. So instead of, so if we change that sentence to mean, say, instead of, now she can see blue sky instead of those dark clouds. That means her situation has changed.